It's not stopping. There it goes. Welcome back to another episode.
Louder, and I was like, I don't know what's going on.
I didn't either. Welcome back to another episode of the Mythic Giraffe podcast. I'm a confused Chris.
And I am a hot and sweaty Ron.
It's not hot out. It's in your mind.
Look, it's summer.
Yeah.
Everybody's losing their mind because it's hot out. It's supposed to be hot in summer.
Yeah, we're what, the second day of summer?
Third, I think, right?
I can never remember if it's the 20th or 21st.
I can't either. But summer, it's supposed to be hot.
Yeah, but not like a slam into the wall immediate.
Well, I think what happened is my theory. We had such a cold spring.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't really have a warming up period. It went from 60 degrees to 80 degrees and then 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Didn't get to really adjust.
So Mother Nature just had that heat built up and it's like, I got to let it out.
Yeah, and we've had wind for 6 months and all of a sudden when it's hot and there's no wind.
Yeah.
You sons of bitches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm riding my bike home thinking, oh, I'm going to be late for the podcast. Made it on time. And as I'm going by the high school, the freaking thermometer says 100 degrees outside. Like, who's that for?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hot out. I'm glad the thermometer at the school is telling me it's hot.
Yeah. Well, I got my work vehicle to leave, and it said 104.
Whew.
I was like, there is no way.
You'll need remote starts on those things.
I have one. I just forget it. I have it. Yeah. I mean, I usually send a peasant out to start it. And I got to work this morning, and I was like, I haven't done it in a while. I need to wash my buggy. Oh, I was in like a flop sweat just washing my car. It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, I've always felt the garage at Station 16 is crazy hot. I don't know if it's because of the way the building faces.
Oh, I didn't pull in. No. I was outside, pulled up to the back door and stretched it outside. But yeah, it was still just humid.
Because we can sit with the doors open and the fan on at Station 1 and be pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
I can't. Brooks, I shouldn't say his name, the captain on my shift made his shift eat dinner the other day in the engine bay at 16, and they said they were all sweating to death.
Why?
I don't know. He's obsessed with our table that we have at Station 1, so now they have one at 16.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, nobody was sitting at it today. It was weird.
Really? Nobody was sitting on the one at Station 1?
Oh, I don't know about Station 1. I'm saying the one at 16.
No. I say, the guys at 1 sit on that thing pretty regularly.
Yep.
It has become a catch-all, and it drives me a little nuts.
Oh, yeah, I mean, forced camaraderie is the way to instill teamwork.
It's fair.
Yeah. And then you have Station 2, that is the rainforest right now.
Oh, yeah?
The compressors went up, and the other day they were able to squeegee water off the table.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
When did we leave Truck 2 in the building and collapse Station 2 on itself?
Tomorrow?
Okay. It's got to be soon. It's a whole lemon over there.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm literally looking for grants to redo that HVAC system.
It's 5 years old?
Yeah.
Is it really even 5 years old? Because it's been fixed in those 5 years, I think.
Oh, yeah. The system, who knows? When it's a piss poor system.
We actually had a talk the other day on my shift. I said, I'm worried about the new engine that will not be at Station 1 until after I retire. But, I'm worried about them getting a new station at Station 1 because, things just work at Station 1 right now.
Yeah.
It's somebody's, because we were talking about Truck 2, and somebody said, well, Engine 1's had its time. I said, Engine 1 has been struck by a vehicle and had to have it be rebuilt. That's the only time I remember being out of service for a lengthy period.
and even then, the old girl was trying to get back out there.
She was limping onto calls. And it's also almost 20 years old. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it leaks like a sieve, but it's fine.
That, a lot of older people do.
Yeah. Yeah. It just needs to be
Yeah.
drained every once in a while, just like the rest of us old people. But I would rather have this station where everything works, you know,
Yeah.
pretty much, we're just pretty chill out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Our station's not sinking into the bog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a point.
And I would say Station 16's HVAC system has been
Mm-hmm.
replaced like 5 times between the two sides.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like our side, the I don't know, dehumidifier part of it or whatever wasn't working last week. It was 80% humidity
Mm.
inside.
I don't know
It
why
was
you guys don't just work from home.
well, I left. I took Friday off, so I worked Thursday. And there were only like 3 of us there, and that's when it started to get really bad with humidity. So I messaged the HVAC company and they sent somebody over, and like an hour after I left, they said had gotten better. So but yeah, I had a workman's comp hearing and got to. My wife pointed out that the defense attorney was the public defender from My Cousin Vinny. He looked and sounded like him. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
yep, yep. Asked me if either of my parents had a history of prostate cancer.
Oh, you should have said yes, my mother.
I just like,
Mm.
no.
Yep.
Uh,
My mother was the first case of prostate cancer in the country in a female. So I would have lost my claim right then and there, but it would have been worth it. Yeah, so you've enjoyed the workman's comp system, isn't it great?
something. What? And the hearing place is like this little hole in the wall in Cambridge behind the Walmart. So
The one I have to go to is in Hartford County, and it's basically like, secure tech, and like, it's an industrial park, and then there's the commission right in the middle of it all. It's like, this is weird.
yeah, it's like brief stuff with my lawyer and everything. She's like, okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, well, let's go in and you can listen to how it's going on, the case right before you, so you can get an idea. I was like, okay. I felt so bad for this guy before me. His lawyer sucked.
Oh,
And I was like, you're getting nothing, bud. Your lawyer has screwed you over. It was like at one point I wanted to say objection.
yeah.
Yeah. So
It really sucks in Maryland, especially
yeah.
because we have a presumptive cancer
Mm,
law, right?
yeah.
It just feels like, why should we have to fight for anything? It should just be like, yep.
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, that was the one. The defense lawyer. Well, the day that you were notified that you did have cancer, why couldn't you go back to work that day? I was like, because I was diagnosed with cancer. That's kind of a emotional thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about the days of your biopsy? You couldn't work those days? No.
No,
No. Have you?
they stuck a needle in my asshole, sir.
Yeah. Oh, golly day. So we'll see.
I just the whole thing
It's
makes
like
me sick.
it's like my wife and I were talking. It's like I don't want money out of this. I just pay for my the time that I've had to use, and when I do have to get treatment, pay for that. That's all I want.
Yeah, that was my thing when I went there, and I ended up getting money out of it. But I told the lawyer, I said, I just want to make sure that I get treatment if I need it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's all I really care about. And he's like,
Yeah.
well, blah blah blah. And I'm like, look, he
I
gets
know
paid.
you need to get money. I
Right,
get it. You get your money, whatever.
right. I just
Yeah.
kind of like Anne Arundel's system where they just pay you a bounty.
Mm.
Like you get this, they give you that money, and you don't have to fight it.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah. There's no questions. It's just done.
Yeah, but that's how you end up with the Joe Dirts.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, I took a class with a guy from Baltimore a couple of years ago, and he was talking about one of his ancillary duties is he's the workers' comp captain. So basically, his
Oh,
job is
okay.
to like investigate all the people that are out on workers' comp to make sure that they're not fake. And he said basically Baltimore at any time has a battalion's worth of people out on workers' comp.
Wow.
I was like, I tried to break that down. So for like Salisbury, it'd be like 1, 2 people maybe, right? At our size, would have to be off all the time on workers' comp.
Uh, maybe 4,
Maybe 4.
but still, yeah.
We don't reach that number. I mean, we have people
Yeah.
out on workers' comp every once in a while, but it's not like we
Right.
have 4 of them out at the same time.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
An entire battalion.
He said they basically have a battalion's worth of people all the time.
True.
So what, a battalion is over 100 people
I
in
would
Baltimore, probably.
probably.
Yeah,
Hmm.
insane. It's and that's probably why Anne Arundel just says, "Nah, we'll just pay you.
Yeah.
Get you back to work, we'll pay you."
Yep.
Because that was my thing with my workers' comp thing is they dicked around so long. I want to go back to work.
Yep.
I don't want to be on light duty. I don't want to go to some other job description. I want to do my job.
Yeah.
And go back to work.
Well, it's like we're about to have somebody go out on workman's comp for their shoulder.
Right.
And the question was asked today. Well, I know, they're coming back light duty in September, but between their surgery and then, could they like do some run reviews and stuff? I said, nope. We cannot play that game. They can't do anything until they're cut loose for light duty, because that is a line you don't want to cross.
Nope. And not only do you not want to cross, like you're opening yourself up to a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, when I went out, the one doctor said, just don't use your left arm when you pull a hose and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's how it works, bud.
And it kills me, the lack of understanding of like the simple job functions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what I discovered, and this is not us, Salisbury, but it's the fire service, we don't have a good task list to take to the lawyer and doctors.
Yeah.
Because I tried to go to the doctor and say, this is what it is. He's like, well, what do you actually do in a day? I'm like, I can't tell you. I don't have a list of that. He's like, I need that. I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
I got a cat out of a tree.
Right.
I pulled a 250 for a commercial fire. I unclogged somebody's toilet, and I fixed a life alert.
Yeah, and they were like, well, how much is a length of hose weigh? And I was like, I have no idea. I don't know.
I don't know. More than a peck?
Right. Yeah, like, and is that dry or wet? I don't know.
Yeah. A few stones, Doc.
It's fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Everything I do is heavy. Yeah, my dietitian, she laughs. She's always like, because I always underplay that I'm not an active person. She's like, you work in a fire department. Your activity level is already higher than everybody around you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what we do.
Yeah.
If we ended up burning houses every day, then yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my dumbass shift the other day, Saturday. It's hot out, and they're like, oh, I hope we don't get a fire day. I said, why not? Well, it's hot out. I said, it's going to be hot in the fire anyways, you idiots. What does it matter?
Yeah, but then you can't come outside and cool off. But actually, no, when you come out of the fire, it does relatively feel cooler at first.
I'll tell you this, it's a lot cooler outside than it is inside.
Yeah, yeah.
And nothing's better than taking that damn coat off. I don't care if it's 160 degrees outside. It's still cool.
Yeah.
I did the sauna today, stepped out into the summer heat, and I was like, I don't know if I'm still in the sauna.
Yeah, it's very, very similar out there. Yeah. I don't like the heat. It almost made me not finish my coffee this morning.
Oh, that's
big doings.
Yeah. I had soup for dinner.
Oof.
I I went to the grocery store to pick up my soup fixings, and the lady at the grocery store, it's a little mom and pop grocery store. She's always very nice. She's always interested in like what I'm buying. It's very
Yeah.
weird, a little bit. She's like, "What are you buying all this for?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm making bean soup." And she's like, "Soup? It's summer." I'm like, "Do you eat hot steak in the summer, or do you only eat cold steak? I don't know. What are you talking about?"
Uh, yeah. That's true,
I,
but yeah, you just think of soup as that fall, winter, hearty.
I mean, I get that, but do
Yeah.
you only eat cold food in the summer?
No, but it's just one of those. It's I don't know, a weird psychological thing. Like I cannot wrap my head around, uh, grilled cheese and tomato soup tonight.
Hmm.
So
I mean, I don't really like a grilled cheese and tomato. What do you mean tomatoes? You hate tomatoes.
I do, but I I'll drink tomato soup. But what I do is I put it in a mug with a little bit of salt, pepper, and I drink that and eat the grilled cheese.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's like a hot V8.
That sounds appealing. I mean, I like V8, and I just never was like, let me heat this up. What are you doing? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm warming up my V8.
yeah. Let's say
I mean,
I don't eat cold applesauce.
what?
Yeah, yeah. I always heat my applesauce up.
What?
Yeah, because my mom would make homemade applesauce, and we would always get some. Like soon as she made it, so it was nice and fresh, and just been blended up. So yeah, it just got used to applesauce being warm.
This is kind of barging onto my topic for the day, which is weird.
Okay,
But
well we'll hold
what?
it then. Yeah, yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I
Yeah.
only eat my ice cream hot. I always boil it before I eat it.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's just
Uh,
hot
like
milk.
like apple pie. I'll take if we have leftover apple pie. I'll take a slice, put it in the microwave.
Well, that checks. I mean,
Yeah,
a
that's
little.
applesauce is just ground up apple pie. Mm.
Do you bake your apples before you eat them?
Yeah.
Well, then
It's
I
like
can't.
every now and again she would make pear sauce. It was just way too gritty because pears already have that weird gritty texture to them. Yeah,
Uh
it's
oh,
just not good.
I've lost Chris.
Oh, are you still there?
Is it me or is it him? Oh boy.
It. Uh
Oh,
oh.
I got him.
Okay.
You got me.
Yeah, I got you. I
And
never
I lost
lost
you.
you.
Oh, I
Huh.
lost you.
Oh, weird. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why pears have that grittiness, but they just don't make a good sauce, in my opinion.
I'm gonna. This is a hot take. I don't really like pears.
I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's a valid take.
They're fine,
Yeah.
and they're never the right ripeness, and they're not worth. They're almost like avocados to me. They're just not
Mm,
worth the trouble.
yeah. Yeah. And side tangent. Why in Star Wars did Anakin use a fork and knife to eat a pear?
Because he's a psychopath.
Well, yeah, okay. I guess that tracks, yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I think if you're looking at the morality of Anakin Skywalker, he's a
That's
psychopath.
before he went really crazy.
Yeah, but I think he's like crazy the whole time. He's just
Yeah.
unlimited power.
Oh, really? Just being a slave child and gambled on and ripped from your home and yeah, that won't mess with you.
I'm not saying psychological trauma doesn't have anything to do with it, but
Yeah.
also might have just been a psychopath on top of
Yeah. Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drank way too much seltzer water, way too quickly.
Mm. Oh, I beat Expedition 33.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And
It's good. I liked it.
good.
Je m'appelle Chris.
Je m'appelle Chris. Je m'appelle Tom.
But yeah, good story. Definitely, something we hadn't seen before. There is one like optional boss that I don't know that I'll ever beat, and I wanted to rip my face off trying to play
Oh.
it the other day.
Oh.
It's like if it hits you one time, you're dead.
Hmm.
So you got to parry or dodge everything pretty much, and I don't know. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I had fun. Yeah, definitely. Once I got the parry mechanic down, I was like, "Oh, now it's game on." So,
I am playing a game called Lost in Random: The Eternal Die.
ooh,
It's a roguelike that's pretty fun.
okay.
Um,
Wait, what did you say it was called again?
Lost in Random: The Eternal Die.
Okay.
I have no idea when it came out. But it's like a roguelike, like that, you know, every time you die, but you get to keep your skills, which is nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah. At least it's not a full reset.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what I've been playing. I
Cool.
started playing Blueprints, but I need a break from that game sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that game.
It's frustrating
Mm.
and annoying at the same time
Oh, that sounds delightful.
because like the puzzles get harder, which sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like when you do the puzzle once, it gets harder the next time, which sucks.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like the other night, my wife was like, "Why don't you blow off some steam? Go play a game." I was like, "That's not how that works."
Yeah. It's got to get more rage into the system.
Yeah. 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 Well, you ready for topic one?
Yeah. Yeah. And
All
it's
right.
weird because I had thought about this today. I was leaving the gym.
Okay.
Um, and I was thinking about,
Yes. All men's balls stick to their leg.
yeah, well, I was thinking more about diets. And
Okay.
like, so obviously I spend almost all of my adult life dieting for the rest of my life, seems like.
Yeah.
Um, and I can stop drinking. Like I haven't had alcohol in, I don't know, how many months to
Okay.
eat, right?
Yeah.
I can cut carbs out for a while. I can cut meat out of my diet. I can cut,
Mm.
sugar out of my diet. But the thing I can't ever cut out of my diet is pizza.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
always have to have, and that's what it breaks my low carb diets. It's always pizza. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, because we had pizza last night, and I restrained myself. I didn't eat a whole pizza, though I could have.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
It's easy to do, And I was thinking about it today. I was like, I think that goes back to being like childhood, because when I was a kid, pizza was like the one family comfort food we had. Pizza and
Yeah.
Chinese food, right? Like I
Yeah.
always will eat Chinese food, and I'll always eat pizza food. And I don't know, that I could ever or should break that. I don't think I could ever break myself of the habit of eating pizza.
Yeah.
I don't.
Hmm.
There's got to be foods like there's other, like you're just talking about your applesauce. It goes back to your childhood.
Yeah.
Does all this stuff just go back to what we ate was kids?
I probably on some level.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotta, because,
Because, yeah.
and like I like a very specific kind of pizza that most pizza places don't do. I'll eat other pizzas, right?
Wait, what's your special kind of pizza?
So I can only describe it as like a Delaware style pizza. It's very thick cheese, very doughy crust,
Hmm.
a lot of sauce, and
Hmm.
it's something that little pizza shops in Newcastle County used to do. And there's only
Hmm.
like a handful left that do it because they all went to like New York style pizza, which kind of sucks to me because like we had our own thing,
Yeah.
and Grotto's is not our thing. I'm sorry,
Oh
Grotto's.
gosh.
You're not
Oh my
Delaware's
god.
pizza.
What the weird spiral
With the weird
sauce?
salt, it's like so sweet sauce with cheddar
Uh,
cheese on your pizza. You're a maniac.
yeah. Yeah. My wife likes grottos. I'm like, there's something
I
wrong
think
with
your wife's
you.
from, Western
Yeah,
Maryland.
yeah, that's part of it too.
Yeah, I mean,
Hoity
can't
toity.
can't trust her.
Hmm.
She come
Yeah.
over here visit.
Yeah.
She's still come here.
Yeah. Yeah. So you gotta get yeah, like a little Italian joint growing up, Sal's. That's where we went and got pizza, and yeah, it was yeah,
Yeah, and like to this day, I mean,
yeah. I
I
mean,
prefer a tangier pizza sauce, and I know The whole internet can be mad at me. Pizza is at its fundamental core. If you say I would like pizza, you mean cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Anything other than pizza with any topping, you're borderlining on heresy.
It's just accoutrement.
Yeah, because so you say I like sausage pizza. No, you don't like sausage pizza. You like sausage, and you're just trying to shove it into whatever form factor you're eating. You like pepperoni? No, you don't. Nobody likes pepperoni pizza. It's gross.
What? The pepperoni pizza's delightful.
It adds rubbery salt to your pizza. Gross.
Rubber. What kind of pepperonis are you eating?
All
Rubbery.
pepperoni sucks. It's either
No.
thin little discs of grossness or big chunks of
There's
curled up.
the little small ones that crisp up and they make the little cups, or
Yeah,
there's the thick
gross.
cut.
You might as well just put bologna on there.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's gross. And I'm sorry,
A nice
world.
mortadelle.
Mortadelle, no. And Hawaiian pizza, no. It's not pizza.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna piss off Italy. Margherita pizza, also not pizza.
Oh, that's gross.
It's fine.
It's great. A giant tomato slice on there.
Well, tomatoes are good. You're just
no, they're not. No.
Yeah, but pizza is cheese pizza, cheese sauce crust pizza. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'll die on this hill because you can't judge a pizza place on its Hawaiian pizza. Oh, it tastes like pineapple sauce. Who gives a crap?
Yeah.
And barbecue pizza, that's an abomination. Get the out of here.
Well, then you get into it's just a flatbread.
Yeah, you're just having flatbread. Fine, call it flatbread.
Or really what it is, an open face sandwich.
Which is another term I hate. I just talked about this the other day. You can't have open face sandwiches. It's why hot dogs are not sandwiches. Hot dogs are not sandwiches. It's one piece of bread. A sandwich is bread, some sort of meat or stuffing, bread. It's two slices of bread. Distinct two slices of bread make a sandwich. You sandwich it between two slices of bread.
So wait, so like a hoagie? That's not a sandwich?
A sandwich. It's a hoagie. It's one piece of bread. It's not a sandwich. I know some people call it a sub sandwich. You're wrong.
If I take an English muffin in the morning and I cut it almost all the way, but I still hinge it, and I put my bacon, egg, and cheese inside.
I feel like now you're trying to game the system. Because it is two slices of bread at that point. You're just trying to, cause controversy.
Yeah. Well, a hot dog bun can be two separate pieces of bread.
It's not. It's one slice of bread. It is
God. You remember when you were a kid and you ran out of hot dog buns and your mom would take the piece of bread and wrap it around the hot dog?
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah. And you know why it wasn't a sandwich? Because it was one piece of white bread.
So wait, if you put two pieces of bread, it would have been better taste?
It would have been a sandwich. I'm not saying it'd be better or worse. I'm just saying it would have been a sandwich. I'm just saying sandwich means two slices of bread. Sandwich between them. Which is why I think your conversation about a breakfast sandwich is still a sandwich because you are mushing the bread down, holding on to two slices of bread at that point.
I don't know. So what was your favorite sandwich growing up?
I really liked corned beef and Swiss. That was like kind of my.
What kind of child eats cornbread or corned beef and Swiss?
And I had it on rye. Yeah, with a little mustard. Yeah.
Was there a delicatessen in your kitchen or something?
No, but we went to the deli all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually had corned beef and Swiss in my house, and we'd have, a little pickle, a little yellow mustard, two pieces of beefsteak rye. Bam.
Sure.
That's my go-to sandwich.
Yeah, I grew up eating cheese and mustard sandwiches.
Gross.
Yeah, it's a slice of cheese, some yellow mustard, two pieces of bread.
I can tell you what my go-to sandwich will never be: peanut butter and jelly, because it's gross.
I won't do jelly, but just a peanut butter sandwich. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's disgusting. That's an abomination.
On a nice sweet potato roll.
Oh God. Ugh.
Nah, that's too much.
Mm. Yeah, but at least it's a sandwich. Now, if it's on a roll, it's not a sandwich because it's on a roll.
Uh,
Yeah. I don't
but
know
when
why
you,
this conversation happened, but we just had this conversation about hot dogs and sandwiches, and I said they're not sandwiches. It's
yeah.
fundamentally not.
Oh yeah, and side tangent to your diet conversation. One of your minions was complaining the other day that now that you've gone back to vegetarian, they have to eat vegetarian.
What? Who? Which one of them? The short one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Not one time have I made them eat vegetarian. Not one time. I joke with them. Well, also, step it up your game and start cooking then. How about
Yeah.
that? Maybe don't make the lieutenant make cook every day.
Yeah.
I cooked a
Yeah.
delicious vegetable fried rice the other day, and they were like, "What's
Yeah.
our protein going to be?" I said tofu, and they're like,
Mm.
but
We had tofu the other night. It was good.
I wouldn't make them eat my vegetarian food. I just cooked fried rice, and then I had them cook their little chicken next to it.
Mm.
Then they could put their chicken on top. And
Oh,
even
God,
the
and
old
chicken.
grumpy one was like, "This is pretty good."
What, the old man?
Yeah, yeah.
He must have had to cook that plenty long though for his teeth to be able to.
Well, you got to mush up the chicken real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, chicken is just so gross. God,
It's not ever really worth eating if you really
no.
like.
It's a weird texture. As soon as you take it out of the package, it smells like rot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
So obviously, when I eat meat and I'm trying to eat protein, I eat a lot of chicken because it's cheapish. It's not very cheap anymore, but it's cheapish form of protein. But you never enjoy it. You're just like, oh, this is just meat I'm shoving in my mouth.
right. Yeah. Yeah,
I
it's
mean, I
like
I get the
nobody
appeal of a
just
steak.
cooks. Yeah, a steak, a nice steak. You cook it on its own, it's going to have a good taste to it. If you
Mm-hmm.
just throw a chicken breast and cook it the same way, gross.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it gets that weird like film stuff in the pan, and
And no, you never feel like good about cooking chicken. You're always like, is this cooked enough? And
oh yeah. Well, in every step you do, you're like, I'm washing my hands again
yeah,
because I might have touched it. Oh God, did that touch it? I got to throw that away or
yeah,
sterilize it or yeah.
yeah. It's definitely one of the advantages of being vegetarian is you don't feel like you're going to give yourself salmonella from undercooking your beans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But chicken is kind of gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice pork chop. I get it. Nice
Yeah.
steak. I get it. Chicken is just like you're shoveling food in your mouth because you have to eat something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like my brother the other day. He's like, yeah, I got a big thing of ground turkey. It's like, what? He's like, well, I got to put a lot of spice into it so it tastes like something. I was like, no.
Yeah, then just eat mushrooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking the other day, can you, like, physically, if you just ate protein powder, right,
Yeah.
as your protein source and
Yeah.
vegetables, you'd be fine, right?
I would think so because there aren't any essential amino acids that come from beef or poultry.
There are, but you can get them from
It's
beans and
supplements, yeah.
rice and
Yeah,
supplements.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think if you just ate protein powder, whey protein, soybean protein, whatever protein powder you want, and
Yeah.
vegetables, I think you would be fine.
Yeah.
And probably healthier than I am now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of my new shtick. I eat a lot of protein powder.
Yeah. Just dry scooping it.
Just dry scooping it. Just a spoon in the container. Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Well, this rant was brought to you by the letter H. For a goddamn hot dog is not a goddamn sandwich. The internet is stupid.
But people call it a hot dog sandwich.
Nobody calls it that. Not one person has ever said, "Throw me a hot dog sandwich at a ball game." The guy selling the hot dogs doesn't go, "Hot dog sandwiches here, get your hot dog sandwiches." He says, "Hot dogs, get your hot." See, it's just there's no. And Yeah, it's not a sandwich. I'll fight to the death.
Well, the states California, Colorado, and New York have
Oh,
all
we lost
legally
Chris again.
declared the hot dog. Oh, how'd you lose
I don't know
me?
if it's me or him.
I don't know. I've got good
I
signal.
feel like I
Hello,
can say
hello,
whatever I
hello.
want in this instance because it's going to get cut.
Nah, it's not probably not going to get cut though. Because are you back?
I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a thing from Zencaster. We just reconnected you.
Yeah, see? It's
Yeah.
you.
The states California, Colorado, and New York have legally declared the hot dog to be a sandwich.
3 states that I don't care about their opinion.
Mm,
How about that?
um, and by the USDA definitions, a hot dog is technically a sandwich.
Well, they're wrong. The
Okay.
only person's opinion that would change my mind is the Earl of Sandwich. Because the goddamn guy is the Earl of Sandwich.
Mhm. Well,
And
unless you get a Ouija board out, he's not going to be able to tell you much.
I think there's still an Earl of Sandwich.
Is there?
Sure. Those British people, they love to keep their little titles forever. I mean, he's not the same guy the sandwich is named after, but he's still the Earl of Sandwich, which got to give him some. We should find his email address.
Earl of Sandwich. It's a noble title in the Peerage of England, held since its creation by the House Montague. It's associated with Sandwich, Kent.
All right, so the Earl of Sandwich, his name is John Montague, the 11th Earl of Sandwich.
Ooh, the 11th.
We need to get him to weigh in this.
Well, I'm sure it's jmontague@gmail.com.
John Montague, Earl of Sandwich, email address.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's going to work. Yeah, click here to email John Montague.
Oh. Julie Montague is an American aristocrat who will soon be named the Countess of Sandwich.
Ooh.
Oh, can I get a hold of...
Get her to weigh in.
Yeah, I'll take a countess.
Yeah, that's close enough. They've got pull.
Well, John Montague is dead. He died this February, so his...
Aw.
Yeah.
So it's John Montague the 12th? That's now the Earl.
Following funeral, Viscount Hitchingbrook will be inherited Earl of Sandwich, and his wife Julie Montague will be styled as Countess of Sandwich. So we need to get a hold of these people.
Yeah.
And
so he's the Viscount?
Yeah.
God, I never understood how the British...
Look, you have Instagram, right?
No, not anymore.
Oh, Julie Montague is on Instagram. So we can reach out to her on Instagram.
Yeah.
My wife's got Instagram.
Yeah. She looks like a normal person.
Yeah, but she's going to be able to weigh in on Earl of Sandwich, email format, and employee directory.
Ooh, we're getting there, folks.
Oh, I think this is the restaurant.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like maybe they could weigh in. Earl Carlos is the CEO of Earl Sandwich, and his email address is blank at earlsandwichusa.com.
Okay.
I mean, I'm willing to email this person.
Yeah.
Boy.
I think it's worth it. How many times? You know they have to be getting emails all the time. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Is a taco a sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is a gyro a sandwich?
Well, here's a question. Does Earl of Sandwich, the company, have a hot dog on their menu?
Ooh.
Earl
Sandwich
Let's
menu.
Just pick one of these places. Disney Springs. Mm-hmm. I will say their sandwiches look like sandwiches.
They have a breakfast burrito.
Not a sandwich, it's a burrito.
Pastrami, Earl's Feast. The 1762 original. Roast beef, cheddar, and horseradish.
I don't like their bread.
It's got a weird look to it.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a hot dog on their menu.
I'm not either, but they have subs that they call deli sandwiches, and now I'm against this company.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
Or are they just really long sandwiches? Maybe they're just really long sandwiches because they are 2 slices of
It
bread.
does look like 2 slices of bread, yeah.
Hmm.
But they also have wraps.
Not a sandwich.
Pizza bread. That looks
Their
like,
pizza bread looks gross.
yeah. It looks
Yeah.
like what you call it? The frozen stuff.
Yeah. Elio's.
Yeah.
Their brookie looks tasty. Not a sandwich.
Their kids grilled cheese looks gross.
Yeah, it does look sad.
That's a sad sandwich.
Oh, that is sad. Very sad. Whoa, whoa,
Uh,
whoa, whoa. If you, if you click on the children's menu, go with me
yeah.
with this, and you go to the kids grilled cheese,
Yeah.
it's cheddar, Swiss, and mozzarella, 360 calories per person. How does that make sense?
That doesn't.
Wouldn't it be
Wait,
by sandwich
you would think.
per serving? Are
Yeah,
we
but
eating the
every,
people?
everything says per person.
But if 2 people eat the sandwich, then it's surely not per person.
Right. Yeah.
This makes no sense. Earl
Yeah.
sandwich.
Yeah. They're caprese salad, 400 calories per person.
This makes no sense.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never been to this restaurant, and now I think we have to make a pilgrimage. There's one in France. All right. That's the closest one to us. Oh, there's one in Cecil County
Huh.
at the Chesapeake House on 95.
There you go.
Well, slap me and curl me and Earl. I can make a pilgrimage Earl sandwich with basically no inconvenience.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's one right there outside of Philly at the airport.
And while you're there, ask them if a hot dog's a sandwich.
Yeah, we're getting to the bottom of this. It's gonna be some like 16-year-old dude who's like, "Sir, just what's your order?" No, kid.
I need to talk to the Earl now.
Talk to the Earl. I will say their prices at the Chesapeake House are not out of control.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, they don't serve everything though. It's a limited menu.
A limited menu?
Yeah, they have the caprese, but they do not have the big giant subs or any desserts. Fun fact. Well, folks, I'm going to be reaching out to Julie Montague and to, oh my God, I can get the complete 2025 Earl of Sandwich employee list.
Wait, you can get their employee list?
With phone numbers and emails. What? Okay. This feels like how I end up on some sort of list. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get to the bottom of this, folks. That took a turn.
Well, I don't know if it took a turn, but I mean, it's always nice to know that the Earl of Sandwich is out there listening. And
yeah, look.
But the fact that you can access their email or their employee list
is weird.
I mean, it's not like we've ever worked for a fire department that's sent out employee social security numbers or anything.
Yeah. I'm also really glad, but side tangent, I'm really glad that in the rookie book they put my terrible death picture in the rookie book of all the officers in the department. Thanks, guys. You couldn't pick a better picture of us.
That's all anybody has is pictures of their funeral pictures.
Right. We don't need that picture in our rookie books. We need happy pictures.
Well, when we had those pictures taken, I asked for the laser background, and they shot me down.
Well, I feel like now, since you're the deputy chief, you can, make some changes.
I'll try.
Okay.
Oh my God, picture day. Once a year, we'll have picture day.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Can we get class rings?
Sure.
Okay. This is it's one of those ring places right in my first due.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnston's. What is that called? What's that place that does all the rings
Jo-
called?
yeah, yeah. Jones,
Jostens. Yeah, yeah, yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I never got a class ring, so
Oh, well, there was only four of
yeah.
you.
There were 62 of us, but
Oh my
I've
god.
got small hands, so rings always, especially class rings, it looked weird on my hand. So I was like, I don't want to buy that.
Hmm. Yeah, big meaty paws like me to wear a ring.
Yeah.
Well, ready to move on to topic two?
Sure. Topic two.
We rambled.
Yeah. So are we really evolving, or have we just kind of peaked as humans?
Hmm. Hmm. I don't have a good answer for this.
Because like I got thinking, I was like, I yeah, humans have been wearing clothing for quite some time now.
Sure.
Why do I still have body hair?
Oh my god, I just had a thought about this. Side tangent to that. I'm going to
Yeah.
interrupt you for a second. So
Yeah.
I'm on my bike ride today, and I'm sweating my nuts off, and I was thinking, is my body hair helping me or hindering in this situation?
Yeah. Yeah. Is it wicking the moisture away or is it trapping it in?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking about.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, so would would you think the problem with evolution and humans at this point, right, is we you evolve for things that are your sexual prowess, right? Things that
Um,
make you more likely to pass your genetics on.
well, there's that, but it's also the things that keep you alive. Because, like, all those birds in the Galapagos, they evolve different beaks to eat different seeds.
Right. But those things allow them to live long enough to pass on those genetics.
Yeah.
Whereas humans now, we just live,
Yeah.
so we just pass everything on.
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
like,
There's definitely people passing a lot of dumb stuff on.
sure. But, like, for us to get rid of body hair, for instance, only people with lesser body hair would have to mate to reduce the gene pool of the body hair, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So we're not really evolving in that instance.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's, yeah.
But on the flip side, I think we are evolving at a crazy rate in how we use our brain power and how we digest food.
Really?
Yeah. So if you think about this, your great great grandfather, I'll say great
Yes.
great, right? So someone born before 1900 or
Okay.
let's say they lived their entire life before 1900.
Okay.
Fastest thing around in most of the world was a horse. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. But stick with me here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the fastest thing was either some sort of animal, right? Like, but for the most people in a civilized world, the fastest thing you saw was a horse or a
Yeah.
dog, right?
Right. Yeah.
So you never had to calculate speed on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Now you can walk down a road and you can calculate that cars doing 60 miles an hour are going to intersect with your point in space at roughly this amount of time so you can make a decision whether you can cross that road or not,
Huh. Never
right?
really
Like,
thought of it that way.
but your great 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 grandfather couldn't handle that,
No.
wouldn't have to handle that, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The brain. Yeah. Yeah.
And on
Like
the
you said, they're too worried about not getting scurvy.
right, and on the digestive side, your let's go even a generation further. So great 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 grandfather, great 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 grandfather. So
Yeah.
three generations of great only ever ate food that was grown within walking distance of him.
Yeah. Then a hectare.
Well, there was markets and like some of the food was brought to the markets, but it was all food that could be brought very, very local. So their
Yeah.
body never had to digest something that wasn't full of local microbes. It was a
Oh.
very, very, very monotonous diet. right?
Mm.
Like winter
Yeah.
was rough because you had less food. We are now able to digest crazy diverse foods
Hmm.
and seemingly, which might be part of the reason we have had an exponential growth in both obesity and just muscle mass of humans now,
Yeah.
is because you're eating a steady diet of calories that you never were meant to deal with, and now we can deal with them. And I think
Hmm.
that's where we're evolving, stuff like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And information processing is crazy compared to what it was.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, do I think we're gonna like get rid of body hair soon? No, I don't.
Uh,
But I do think
what
people
about
that
my
are
weird pinky toe that I don't need? But
well, yeah, like those things. So
it's not like
barring,
when I met my wife, she was like, "Ooh, look at those pinky toes." You know, is that?
well, if you believe some of the science, your wife and you had some sort of genetic similarity or opposition that was ideal for you
Yeah.
to mate and have children. So I read this weird study that people were like kissing kissing your partner when you're first dating is almost a taste test of your microbiome,
Really?
and your partner will either be attracted to that microbiome or not. It's like, this is
So
really
there are
weird.
people out there who are attracted to a microbiome that's Marlboros and Mad Dog.
Clearly, right? Like,
Yeah.
clearly that's a
Yeah. Yeah.
thing because those people still reproduce,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do.
right? Like that,
Yeah. Hmm.
So I do think we evolve. I think our guts evolved like crazy fast, and I think
Yeah.
our brains are evolving. I always, for some reason, the sci-fi that has always um, interested me or felt the most truthful is that we'll just become brains in jars.
Hmm.
Like our brains will just keep getting bigger and bigger, and more we'll use it in better ways as the
Yeah.
generations go, unless we have some cataclysmic event, which is also very possible,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where I think we're evolving. So I do think we're evolving is my answer to your question.
Okay. All right. All right.
I
It's like you talk about the like the two people getting together having a kid or whatever. I saw this thing. It was a TED talk or something, and it was the odds of each person's birth are like 1 in 400 trillion or something like that.
sure.
Because when you look at like each individual person's genetic makeup and everything and the time and that, like, all these things have to align for it to happen. It's crazy.
It's crazy, but also that's bunk math because like the probability of you being born is almost 100%, right?
Now,
Like
yeah.
because your parents were attracted to each other for some sort of reason. I don't know, you don't want to get into that
Yeah.
conversation. Like, but your parents were attracted to each other and had you for a whatever genetic reason,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There
To
is something
shovel horse
to that.
stalls.
What's that?
I said to shovel horse stalls.
Right, right. But I think about the average height of Americans in
Mhm.
1776 versus now.
Oh yeah, 1776 probably what, like 5'7"?
Oh, it was less than that. Like
Yeah,
George Washington is described as a giant of a man, and he was like 6'1".
yeah,
Like 6'1", and now you're like, you're
yeah, yeah,
you're normal, tall,
yeah,
right? Like I'm six
yeah,
one and so, or maybe just pushing just under 6'1". I don't feel very tall,
yeah,
but back then, you
yeah,
know, you're a giant of a man.
yeah. Well, he
And look,
also had the giant red hair, wooden teeth, scared everybody.
sure, sure, all those are true. Didn't have wooden teeth, had ivory teeth, but that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we're definitely evolving.
yeah.
It's what we're evolving for. I don't know.
Hmm.
Like I don't understand the genetic advantage we get out of being taller.
To reach the apples.
Right. Right. But you look at the internet, whether this is right, wrong, or different. You look at the internet bitching about how women only want to date tall guys now.
Yeah.
Is that a genetic imperative to date taller men to create taller humans? I don't know.
Uh,
Because they're definitely finding tall more attractive,
hmm.
you know. And it's also weird how each generation seems to have very different version of attractiveness.
Yeah. I feel bad for my kids because boys are dumb looking nowadays.
Oh my god, they're terrible. What the fuck? Their hair,
Hair.
their
I saw this
outfit.
young man the other day at going to a golf course. He, it was like a 5-inch inseam short. I was like, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I saw one of our paramedics, a younger one of our paramedics, and I was like, "Hey, bud, are you on the way to the Scumbag Festival at the ski resort?" He's got a gold chain sticking out, and he's got goggles on for sunglasses. And I'm
What?
like, and with his mullet of a head, I'm like, "What is going on now?" That's just how they
Paramedic.
dress.
I'm trying to think who this was.
You're going to see a lot of them next month.
Uh,
He's going to be on day work next month.
oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And their leader is a sergeant on C shift. He's the leader of the bad do and making. It's like they took the
Yeah.
crappy part of what it was in the 80s and they're bringing it back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then when I say to him, "You look like a scumbag," he's like, "What are you talking about? This is how people dress." I'm like, "That's how people dressed when I was a kid. The people who were the bad guys in the movies, they dress
Yeah.
like you."
Yeah. Yeah.
John Cusack is ready to kick your ass at a ski festival.
Yeah. Yeah. It just, yeah. Yeah. And the mullet.
Ugh.
God.
My,
I'm sorry. Was it the Kentucky waterfall?
is that what they call it?
I think so.
My hairdresser, or what do you want to call her? The person who cuts my hair. She's
Yeah.
not a barber. She doesn't
Right.
leave me. But my hairdresser, her husband has a mullet, and we were talking
Oh,
about
how
it.
does she let that happen?
That's what I said. I said, and I'm older than her. She's in her 20s, right? And her husband's clearly in his 20s as well. And I said, my generation fought to kill all the people with the mullets. The mullet wars are not talked about. We were
The mu-
strangling people in their sleep to get rid of all the mullets.
Mhm.
And ultimately we failed because the mullet is back.
Yeah. Here's a article from relentlessgrooming.com. 25 attractive mullet hairstyles for
Oh,
men.
ugh.
There are subspecies of mullets.
No, no,
Oh,
yeah, no.
yeah. Let's see. Types. 'Cause there's got to be different names.
Sure.
Oh, gosh, what are they?
Our
There's
generation.
the long mullet, the mohawk mullet, the shaggy mullet, the short mullet, the curly mullet, the
Nope,
faded mullet, the
nope,
modern mullet, the
there's no,
curtain mullet,
nope. None of these are wrong.
medium mullet, the mullet undercut, the spiky mullet, the wavy mullet, the burst fade mullet.
What do you
What the
call the
hell?
Joe Dirt?
I'm gonna say that's the classic mullet.
But like our generation
Ooh,
made
I don't
fun
know.
of.
It might be the high volume mullet.
Oh, our
Yeah.
generation made fun of the mullet. We have a whole movie called Joe
Yeah.
Dirt making fun of
Yeah.
the mullet.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, because when somebody with a mullet talks to you, you can't take them seriously.
No,
Can you
no,
imagine that? If your doctor came in with a mullet?
no. Well, it'd
No.
be really weird if my female doctor had a mullet, but
There are female mullets, though.
I'm sure there are.
They're
I swear,
fullets.
it's it's it is my most old person thing when I look at how these kids dress, and I'm like, please God, no. And they think it's new, and I'm like, you're reliving the crappy part of the '80s, and
Yeah.
the '80s were bad.
A female mullet can be referred to as a famullet, a lady mullet, a momlet, or simply a modern mullet.
um. Oh God, those are terrible pictures.
Oh, or there's the shullet.
What
It's
the
a
hell?
fusion of shag and a mullet. It's more than just a haircut. It's a rebellious and effortlessly unique statement. Oh
Oh,
man,
they just look
God,
terrible.
yeah. Well, the hair bands of the '80s and '90s, they did not look good.
No, they look terrible. Like
Giant perms.
this woman whose picture this is could be a very attractive woman. I don't know, but she just looks like she's on her way to a really seedy Guns N' Roses concert.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And she probably looks like she smells like cigarettes
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
wine coolers.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They all vape. Oh, they all vape. It drives me nuts.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
yeah. I don't understand the vapage
I
either.
become the old man
Yeah.
shaking my hands at the Utes.
Oh, you shake that. I'll shake my hand at the wind. So.
Damn Utes with the damn hair. They're
Yeah.
it's terrible haircut, people.
Yeah. Yeah. And as somebody who can no longer grow a head of hair, damn you people for doing that to your head. I respected my hair when I had hair. And this is what happened. You treat your hair like it's a playground for drug addicts, and you get to have a full, luscious head of hair.
Yeah. I just can't like I can't fathom having my hair that long.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah.
My hair touches my ears, and I'm like running to the get my hair cut. Can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's rough.
Yeah.
And the sunglasses are terrible.
Oh, yeah. Where they have brought back the '80s beach volleyball sunglasses.
Yeah,
It's just like a giant wrap of aluminum foil in their face.
it's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. 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 It's probably one of those like they look. But see, we didn't do that. Like in the '80s, we weren't like, oh, what was cool back in the '60s, or the
Um,
'40s that we could bring back.
that's not true. To be fair,
What did we
remember
bring back from the
swing
'40s?
came back in the '90s.
Oh God, it did, didn't
It
it? Damn
did.
it!
It did.
God,
It did.
God, we do some
It's
dumb stuff.
yeah. We do some dumb stuff. The swing. I remember swing came back. I remember zoot suits were a thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was because of the Jim Carrey's The Mask.
that could be, but
That could be part of it.
it just those things
God,
did come back. And then for a little
yeah,
while, bell bottoms came back.
yeah, those were dumb.
Those are dumb.
Yeah,
It what's not ever come back is the browns of the '70s.
yeah.
Yeah, the yellow and brown everything.
Side tangent. That horrible lawyer I talked about earlier, that was in the case before me, he had a yellow corduroy suit on.
Oh God.
But I am pretty sure he wore that to his high school prom.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, my
yeah.
father was married in a brown tux.
Yeah, yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. Like,
We're
yeah, and
the
you could
blue and gray generation. You know that, right?
the blue and gray?
Yeah, we paint a lot of things gray.
Yeah. Well, as I'm looking at my office, that's light gray with a dark blue gray cabinet in it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's a thing. I
Well,
catch myself because we were looking at painting again, and I'm like, we have 3 gray rooms in this house. We have one
yeah.
dark blue room in this house.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah. Well, it's because we were forced to, in the '80s, we had brown, orange, and yellow.
We all had the same couch. The whole
Yes.
country had the same
Yep.
yellow, brown, ugly ass couch.
With the weird floral kind of pattern
Yep.
into it and the wooden accents.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Yeah.
Yep. We all had the
Yeah.
same, and we're
Yeah.
rebelling against that with the color
Yeah.
gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's a real thing.
Mm.
So like all the bathrooms that we see now with like the blue tubs, and we're like, what is wrong with these people from the 80s? People in the 2050s are gonna be like, this sons of bitches with their gray everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that was a good cast of the pod.
I think I'm going to reiterate, and I want this to sink into you people. Hot dog is not a sandwich. It's got to have 2 slices of bread. And if you eat a sandwich with hot dog in it, that's a hot dog sandwich. But a hot dog is not a sandwich.
On that note, folks, take care.
I will find you, and I will take you out.
Like, subscribe, share. Yeah, it sounds like Ron will get the Earl of Sandwich on his side, and then there's really hell to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making a trip tomorrow.
Ooh, can't wait to hear about it on the next podcast.
See you, folks.
But, yep. See you, folks. Take care.